the best dividend stocks in the Kenyan stock market for the month of October. If you are looking for which companies are paying their shareholders for the month of October, you are in the right place. And if you're a beginner and you don't know what dividend stocks are, don't worry, we'll be explaining what dividend stocks are and how you can get paid with by these companies. All right, okay, so in this video we'll be going through the majority of companies that have their payment dates in this month and a few that have their book closure in the month of October as well. So stick around till the end, because those companies that have their book closures will be towards the end. Today we'll be discussing 8 companies that are paying their shareholders for the month of October this year. If that's what you're looking for, you are in the right place. Before we go on, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you have not, and let's get into today's video. Now I'll be stating the company that is giving its shareholders dividends, which sector this company belongs to or in, and the dividend type. Is it final dividend? Is it an interim dividend? I'll be mentioning that as well. The dividend amount per share, as well as the book closure, the payment date, and if you own 100,000 shares by the book closure date of these companies, how much do you stand to go home with? Let's get started. But first, let's define what a dividend stock is. In simple terms, a dividend stock is simply a company that is listed in the Kenyan stock market that usually, note that, usually pays its shares its profits with its shareholders. So if you want to take part in getting some of this money, you need to become a shareholder. And how do you do this? You do this by investing through the stock market. If these terms are new to you, don't worry, I have already created another video right here that will explain to you the process of how to buy and sell shares in the Kenyan stock market, and my recommended platform, the platform that I use. So after this video, make sure you watch that video. I'll link it somewhere here as well as in the description box below. All right, okay, so today we have only 8 companies that will be paying shareholders dividends this month. Let's get started, shall we? Okay, so the first company is BOC Gases, which is in the manufacturing sector. Now BOC issued an interim dividend of 2.50 shillings per share. The book closure date was on 20th September this year, and the payment date will be on 14th October this year as well. Now if you own 100,000 shares of BOC, how much do you stand to go home with? Well, you stand to go home with 250,000 Kenyan shillings. Doesn't that sound good? Yes, it does. The second company is none other than KCB, which is a company in the banking sector. Now KCB issued an interim dividend of 1.50 shillings per share, and the book closure date was on 12th September. The payment date will be on 30th October this month and this year. If you own 100,000 shares of KCB, if you owned by the book closure date, you would be going home with 150,000 Kenyan shillings. And remember, this is passive income. You don't have to do anything else apart from invest your money in these companies, right? Passive income. Number 3, we have EABL, which is a company in the manufacturing sector. EABL issued a final dividend of 6 shillings per share. Their book closure date was on 16th September this year, and the payment date will be on 28th October this month. Now, if you own 100,000 shares of EABL by the book closure date, you would be going home with 600,000 on 28th October this year. The next company is another company in the banking sector, that is Standard Chartered Bank, which issued an interim dividend of 8 shillings per share, and the book closure date was on 18th September, that is last month, and the payment date will be on 8th October this month. If you own 100,000 shares of Standard Chartered Bank by the book closure date, you would be going home with 800,000 Kenyan shillings. The next company is a company that is not in Kenya. However, it is listed in the Kenyan stock market, and this company is Umeme, which is the Ugandan version of KPLC, the better version, that is. Umeme issued an interim dividend. Before that, Umeme is listed in the energy sector, right? So Umeme issued an interim dividend of 26 Ugandan shillings. The book closure date was on the book closure date will be on 10th October this month. So for those of us who have not yet gotten a taste of dividend stocks this year, there is your company for your consideration. Remember, do your own research first before investing in any company. Once you do your research, look at whether investing in this specific company aligns with your specific goals. Don't just invest because you've heard so and so online talking about something. If it does not align with your financial goals and you have not yet done your due diligence, don't even consider. All right? However, if you have done your due diligence and this investing in these companies does align with your financial goals, well, go ahead. So investors have until 10th October this month to own Umeme shares so that they can qualify for the dividend, and the payment date will be on 31st October this year. So if you own 100,000 shares of Umeme by the book closure date, you will be going home with 2.6 million Ugandan shillings by the payment date. This does not include the taxes. I believe for foreign investors it is around either 10 or 15%, right? Okay. The next company is a company that is in the banking sector, that is Absa. Absa issued an interim dividend of 0.2 shillings per share. That the book closure date was on 20th September this year, and the payment date will be on 15th October this year. If you own 100,000 shares of Absa, you stand the chance of going home with 20,000 Kenyan shillings. That is if you owned these shares by the book closure date. All right. Okay, the next company is a company in the insurance sector. This company is none other than Jubilee, which issued an interim dividend of 2 shillings per share. The book closure date was on 6th September. The payment date will be on 11th October this year. Now, if you owned 100,000 shares by the book closure date, you stand the chance to go home. Not stand the chance, you would be going home with 200,000 Kenyan shillings. And as I stated, this is passive income. Yes, if you have made it this far into today's video, comment the word dividend stock so that I can know that you have made it this far. This will be our little secret. So comment the word dividend stocks if you have made it this far. And if you have not yet subscribed, subscribe to this channel, because I make this kind of video each month and I wouldn't want you to miss any future videos to help you learn how you can make passive income. All right, okay. The next company is a company in the investment sector. It is listed in the investment sector, and this company is Centum Investment. Now, Centum issued a final dividend of 0.32 shillings, or the book closure date will be on, note that, will be on 11th October this year. The payment date has not yet been approved. So if you own 100,000 shares of Centum by the book closure date, you stand the chance to go home with 32,000 Kenyan shillings in passive income. Now, I have a surprise for everyone who stayed till the end of this video. In the next video, I'll be sharing the companies, Kenyan stocks, that have the highest dividend yield for the year 2024. So stay tuned for that, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Comment, what would you like to learn about dividend stocks? Which questions do you have about investing in dividend stocks in the Kenyan stock market? If I get many questions, I might do a Q&A video in the future answering your questions, and you'll be featured in my channel. So comment any questions that you have and I'll be happy to answer them. Right? Okay, that's it for this week's video, and I'll see you in the next one. You can watch any of these videos that YouTube thinks you will enjoy. Until the next one, have a great day, great week, a great month ahead. Bye bye now.